is good, everybody? Hope you guys are having a beautiful day today. It is actually raining in sunny San Diego today, which is a surprise. That's like not very normal out here. If you're from here, you know people just start fucking crashing. I don't know why people from San Diego decide to just fucking start crashing into shit as soon as like any water touches the floor. It's really fucking weird. But yeah, today we got a dope episode. This is episode number 2. I just want to say thank you guys who downloaded episode number 1 on our underground secret launch. I put it out about a week early for friends and family. Our official release date is January 25th. Actually, by the time you hear this, it was January 25th. Today we've got some special birthday shout outs. We're going to be talking about and giving some tips and insights as to living a life that you love, that's like actually filled with fulfillment and joy, and like you're proud of what you do and you look forward to it every day. We're going to be talking about my mushroom trip. I don't like to call it that, actually. I like to call it my mushroom ceremony, because it's not just tripping, it's actually ceremony. Going out to the desert, out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. We got some real trippy shit to talk about, so we're gonna just jump right into it and get into it. This is episode number 2, and where we're gonna start today is I just want to say and wish a very, very special happy birthday shout out. Number 1 to my Uncle Paul. Happy birthday. Secondly, my little brother Ulrich. Chimps, I fucking love you, dude. You are one of my favorite people on this planet. Always have been, always will be. And you're gonna be 27 years old. That's fucking crazy, dude. Like, you're growing up, and that blows my mind, because I don't know, man. I'm just so used to you being like the little kid, the little baby, and like you're like grown up and do shit and fucking travel and like live your own life, you know? And I think that's so fucking cool, man. So if you ever listen to this, or if I cut a clip of this or something, you'll see it. But yeah, man, I just want you to know I love you. I always got your back, bro. Like anything, man. Like truly, yeah, man. And also, his birthday's today, which is January 23rd, which is the day that we're recording this. My Uncle Paul's birthday is January 22nd. And then my son's birthday, Royal, is on January 24th. He's going to be turning 2. But I just want to go back real quick, because talking about my little brother, like, I just want to talk about like siblings real quick. There's something so special and unique about having siblings. And I'm sure there's something special and unique about not having siblings too. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, it's fucking cool, man. Like having a little brother or sister is, to me, one of the coolest things ever. We had a little sister between us who passed away. Winky, rest in peace, Catalina, I love you. And you know, it's just like that bond you have with your brother, your siblings, is like the coolest shit ever. It's something so unique and unreplaceable, because it's like mini you, and it's a trip, and vice versa. It's like, well, there's this bigger version of me almost. And it's crazy, because you could be complete opposites with your siblings, and like you're still the same. So you know what I mean? Like you're related, you just are. So it's trippy, like when people meet my brother, or like in different walks of life, and they're like, do you know Calvin? Are you related to him? And it's like, oh, you just saw that through my mannerisms, you know? Or people would come up to me like, hey, you related to Ulrich? Aren't you Ulrich's brother? Like, do you know how many times I walk around town and hear like, whatchamacallit? Like, hey, are you Ulrich's brother? Anytime I'm in Mira Mesa, like, I'm always seeing people, and it's crazy because it goes both ways. And one thing that I really love is like, whenever I meet people who know my brother, it's always like, hey, your brother's so fucking sick, blah, blah, blah. Like, you must be cool too, you know? And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, it's always like something good said about my brother, and I think that's tight. The bond that we have is just like crazy, dude. It's so unique, and like we're 8 years apart, and that's supposed to be like far apart to the point where you're not supposed to be able to like really like bond and be super close, you know what I'm saying? But we really actually like bonded and got super close. And I'm gonna give a little insight as to how and why that happened. I realize the show's starting off a little bit slow, but this is the Damn Dude podcast, and we keep it real as fuck.
Damn, dude.
And like I said, I'm all about telling the truth on myself. So let's just get into it here. So I remember one time when I was younger, my my brother was pissing me off, dude. We were like kids, and I was just getting so annoyed with him. And I remember I was like bigger than him, and I just threw him hella far. I shoved him, and it was like really unfair because I just used my size and my power to my advantage. And he just went flying, and I remember he was just so sad, and like he was more like sad that I did that than like physically that I hurt him, you know? Well, that was my interpretation anyway. But so I remember my dad found out, and he was just like, "What the fuck? Hell no, like that's your brother, dude. That's your little brother. Like you have to love him. He looks up to you more than anything. You know, you show him respect. You never hurt your little brother." And I was just like, what the fuck? But I remember he grabbed me and fucking threw me, dude. And I slammed up against the fish tank cabinet that we had in the house. This big ass fish tank with the, you know, with a super solid like wooden stand. And I just, bam, got fucking thrown into there. And he's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to fuck with people smaller than you? Like, this is how it fucking feels, you know? And it wasn't like my dad was trying to be malicious or mean or whatever. It was just like, yo, that was a valuable lesson, because at that point, I'm like, yo, like, damn, I thank my dad for that, because I needed that ass whooping. Otherwise, I wouldn't have understood it in words, I think, you know? So, like, I think it's a trip that as soon as it happened, I was just like, yo, I ride and die for my brother, man. Like, this is the right way, you know? Like, if you lace your brother up, then, like, you lace your sister up, you lace your family up, you know, whoever looks up to you, whoever you're in a position to be able to help them out, like, do what you can, man. Like, lace them up. Don't spend time hating on your little brothers, your little sisters, your annoying cousin. They're only annoying because they love you and they remind you of yourself. They only love you and remind you of yourself. But really, that's usually why almost anybody pisses us off, is because they remind us of ourselves in some fashion. But especially our siblings, and that's typically why they or we are annoying, is because we love them. And it's like, I catch myself just popping into my brother, like just saying weird shit, like anything, you know. And I'm just like, just to be able to have that interaction is like it's so powerful and fun. It's so fun, man. You know, if you have siblings, you could either make it a blast or make it horrible. And it, like, especially if you're young, you know. And it's never too late to just reach out or be understanding, you know. Some of us have family members that are just like, yo, I can't fucking stand you, and that's fine too. But as long as we make peace with it, I think that's what's important. So going into this even deeper, like I said, we tell the truth. And it's crazy because I remember there was one time when I was 15 or 16 years old, and I was going to kill myself, dude. I was like so depressed, and I was feeling so suicidal. And I remember I was standing in the mirror with a gun to my head, and I'm just standing there crying. And like, I remember I'm standing there, the trigger's cocked, and I'm just staring at myself in the mirror like, this is it, man. Like, I got nobody left. At the time, like, I felt like I hated my parents. I felt like I hated my friend. I felt like they hated me. I felt like I hated my friends. It felt like my friends didn't hate, you know, felt like they hated me. Well, actually, I didn't feel like I hated them. I just felt like, oh, I'm not important. I think that's what it was. Obviously, that's not true. My friends have always been down for me. But I'm like, I got nothing left in life. And like the last thing that crossed through my head was my little brother. And I'm like, whoa, I need to live for my brother, man. Like, I can't do this to him. I can't do this to me. I can't. And then that starts triggering more things. I'm like, yo, like, my parents already lost a child. Like, damn, you know, fuck, dude. Like, that's gnarly, man. So I'm just like, I can't do that, you know? Oh man, it's crazy, dude. But I remember the last thought I had before I was gonna do some dumb shit was like, I thought of my brother. And in that sense, like my little brother saved my life, man. Like he wasn't even there, and like his energy, his spirit, his being, him just being alive fucking saved me. So, you know, I'm forever grateful for just his life and his presence and the opportunity to be an influence and a friend and brother to my brother, you know? So take advantage of that, you guys. Like brotherhood, sisterhood is real. It's important. It needs energy put into it. It's like invest into it. You know, if you're fortunate to have cool ass siblings, man, like, oh, I got chills right now, man. Like that's how you do it, you know, like on some real shit. Like that's how you start being like a good person, is by being a good person to yourself and your family and those who are closest to you and like you. And that's crazy because that's going to tie into some other shit I'm going to get into when I talk about doing a mushroom ceremony in the desert and stuff like that. And this all kind of ties together. This episode is really cool because there's a lot of shit that kind of ties together, which is all very random, but it's like a lot of different things from many different walks of life, and there's commonalities between it all. So like, like I said in the first one, I jumped the fuck around, but I tend to always come back and tie my points together somehow. Oh, excuse me. I drank too much coffee too fast earlier, and I'm all cracked out feeling. So it's really interesting. So talking about like being a dope person for yourself and your family, your brother, your sister, your siblings, you know, like being somebody who's a good influence and looking out. I think it's important that that we acknowledge that a big piece of being a good example for your sibling is to be a good example yourself, to be a good person yourself, to live a dope ass life yourself. Like if we can do that, if we can do that for ourselves, then that is the influence that we are being. And when we're being a good influence, we're being a good role model, we're being a good sibling, we're being a good son or daughter, we're being a good cousin, we're being a good uncle, we're being a good aunt, we're being a good worker, we're being a good anything, you know? So I think what's really interesting to think about is, let me see how I want to say this. Like, okay, let's just paint a picture here real quick, guys. Like, just clear everything from your brain. Take a deep breath, blow it all out. Here, let's go. You guys feel fresh? You here? You with me? We're painting a picture, so I hope your canvas is clear. So draw in your ear and listen near. Whether you are far or wide, come inside, sit down by the fire, and let's paint this picture. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was cool though. But no, so we're going to paint this picture here. And what this picture is, can you imagine if you lived your life, or if we all lived our lives, or if the people that we knew lived their lives in such a way that they got to use their mind, their body, their spirit, their creativity, their skills to be able to create something, to be able to bring fulfillment, and that, or to be able to create something that brings fulfillment to yourself and joy to the world. Like, can you imagine? Like the things you get to use your creativity on, like the things that you think are funny, the things that you think are deep, the things that you think are serious, the things you think that can make a big difference. Can you imagine if that's what you got to do for a living? Imagine if telling like corny ass dad jokes with your friends is something you love to do and you're just really fucking good at it. Or you're just the shit when it comes to like roasting your homies, or just coming up with like a fucking quick ass comeback, or like you can, or if you see, if you hear in music, if you see in art, if you feel in colors, if you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that might sound crazy if you don't have one of those talents, but there's tons of them like that. And we all have our own mutant superpower in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
And like, I think it's so important that we acknowledge what our little like quirk or superpower is and share that shit, because that's what makes us unique and special and dope. And that's how you live a positive life and be a good influence, is by doing shit that you love. Every time some of my friends or anybody tells me that they're doing work that they hate or they dread it, like, it breaks my heart. And like, I do my best to be encouraging or like to help people put a new twist on their job if they're too afraid to like do something else or something like that. There's always means. Most of the times it's just too scary. It's like, if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that applies for anything. If you're a criminal and it's like, no matter how many locks somebody puts on their shit, you're going to get their shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the criminal can always outsmart the lock. Plain and simple. And I think that the same thing applies when it comes to our careers and doing what we love. And that's exactly why I'm doing this podcast, because I literally would get judged as mute. Like, people literally thought I did not know how to talk. Literally. Like, people would be like, what's up with your friend here? Does he not know how to talk? What's up with him? Is he mute? Can he hear? Does he know how to speak? Does he speak English? Is he from this country? People would literally say that shit to my friends in front of my face. And my homie Puff, he's probably been around me the most that's happened, because he would be like a super talkative person and I would just be like the quiet guy. And for me to be able to break out of that shell and speak up and like say some shit is a pretty fucking big deal. And I know that like people hear this and judge us as like, oh man, like, I wish, or like, oh, that's because you have the confidence to do it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, like, if I told you what it took to have this confidence, would you even be down to do it? And most people are like, no. And the thing is, I don't really have confidence. I don't know. I guess I do. I'm not really sure. I don't even know the definition of confidence, to be honest. I'm not going to look it up right now. I could look it up later. But I think that I just believe, because when I think about myself, I don't relate to myself as, oh, I have confidence. I just believe so wholeheartedly that doing what you love is the most important thing. I think that, to me, that's it. It's just, I just believe in that so much so that maybe that's why it comes off as confident. Because it's like, there's no other alternative. It's like, if it comes to me needing to do something that I just don't want to do, I'm not going to do it. Just plain and simple. Like it's just that simple to me. Yeah, it took a lot. It took mental breakdowns. It took anxiety attacks. It took fucking social anxiety. It took whatever the fuck you want to call it, depression, all this stuff. Yeah, to be able to get to that realization. But I think that if anybody just hones in on that and starts focusing on that, then you have access to it. So, you know, I think just being able to do what you love is the most important thing ever. And the thing is we're all able to.
Damn, dude.
We're all able to. We are all able to do what we love. It's all absolutely possible. Now, here's another thing too, is like, well, I don't know what I love to do. How do I know? I think first is to just be honest with yourself. Like, we can't be running around. There's one thing that's going on right now in the world that's pissing me off, which is people wearing masks, calling themselves heroes. I'm like, homie, that wearing a mask does not make you a fucking hero. Like, let me ask you this. Like, if you dress like Batman Does that make you a superhero? If you put on a Batman mask, are you a superhero? If you put on Batman's suit, are you a superhero? If you have all of Batman's equipment, money, tools, everything, does that make you a superhero? Hell the fuck no, it does not. So same thing, like, bro, if you walk around wearing a mask, it does not make you a hero. Now I'm not like, oh, anti-mask. I don't like wearing one. I don't want to be fucking pictured wearing one. I don't want to go down in history as being seen with one, because I don't believe that that's what makes me a hero. Now, I might have just offended some people and you might just be going to tune out right now. I understand that, yeah, it helps with the spread of germs. Okay, I get it. That makes sense completely. Like, that does make sense. But what I think is that, like, if you are really that scared of this coronavirus, that's what we're gonna call it, because we got Barona Casino around here, and we ain't trying to get flagged over some dumb shit. So, so I think that what was I saying, man? I just kind of trailed off. Oh, I was saying, if you're really that scared of a virus, then you probably shouldn't be outside. Like, your mask isn't going to help you if you're actually that scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, this shit don't even make sense. Oh, you can take your mask down to eat, but put it back on. Like, what the fuck? Like, my plate of food and fork just got touched more than anything else. Like, and that's the only thing I'm allowed to allow access into my mouth. Like, come on, bro. Anyways, but my point is, like, dude, like, just you're not a fucking hero for wearing a mask. I'm sorry to burst your fucking Sharon is Karen bubble, or your or your Connor Tanner bubble. No, I'm just fucking around. I mean, well, kind of. With the names, you could be named those. I know cool people named. I don't know any Tanners, but if you're a cool Tanner, what up to you? Hope you got a good tan. I hope you're tanner than the next. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, no, that doesn't make you a hero. So, like, I think what does make you a hero is if you do shit where you're actually making a difference with your skills, your ideas, your creativity. If you're making a difference with those things, you are a hero. If you're putting in the hours and the work to help people, that makes you a hero. But I think the thing is like, if there's things that you don't believe in, fucking do something else. Quit. Go do something else. I'm looking at it like, dude, like, I teach babies to swim, and if they're forcing like vaccines to be able to teach, I'm personally not going to do it. I'll find a different method, a different route, a loophole, or just change my career to something else. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to fight fights that aren't winnable, you know? Like, there's always loopholes, and there's always ways, and there's always more than one way. It's never just one way. And I think that's what's so important here is, like, we all have the power to create. Do you realize that we all have the power to create what we love in life? Like, literally, we all have the power to create that for ourselves. We can do that constantly, continuously. Just every day is new, man. Like, we don't have to do shit we don't love. Life is too fucking short. People fucking die. People are dying. And if there is really this pandemic going on, then you better hurry the fuck up on doing shit that you love, man. If this is really the end and everybody's dying, or a gang of people are dying, then you better fucking quit your stupid ass job and do some shit you love. Or if you're not going to quit your job, then just start doing shit you love. And if you don't know what you love, then start doing stuff that's fun. And this is pretty cool because this is, I love this. This ties all together. Like, go back and remember what you loved to do when you were a little kid. What did you love? What were you naturally good at? The things, if you were to exclude all entertainment sources, like TV and movies and characters and anything and books and newspapers and internet, if you took and video games, if you took all that away, what did you love? Like, or let's say, what do you love about those things? You know what I'm saying? Is that you love, a lot of people play video games because they like the challenge. They like problem solving. Some people play video games because they like the story. Some people like to be able to, like, oh man, this computes with the skills that I have inside of me. Some people are playing video games because it's just they love the graphics. They love how the dimensions work, or they love graphic designing, or they love the music aspect of it, or they love the how you call that, like the programming. You know what I mean? It's like there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that and love that. And it's important that we go back to the roots of ourselves and really like go indulge in that. Go find new shit. Do something you've always wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Just think about that real quick. We're gonna be right back here. Let's get 1 second here.
Damn, dude.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back. So picking back up, kind of where we left off, sort of. Talking about doing what you love and like how and why the fuck that's truly, truly important, because that's being a good example. And there's something else that I think is also really, really important, which is
the choice is yours.
What do you say, John? Fuck 'em.
fuck them. As far as fuck them, fuck what? Fuck who? Fuck other people's opinions, man. Like, I think that's also why so many of us don't do what we love to do, is because we're scared of other people's opinions. We're scared of what other people are going to think and say and how they're going to react. And it's like the fear of getting rejected by your peers and loved ones is like almost just too much to handle. And I think that really it's like fuck other people's opinions, man. Unless those opinions actually help you. And if those opinions move you forward, and if they're good, and if it's of good nature and good intention, then yeah, respect that. You know, respect to people's opinions that are good ones and help you. You know, sometimes a people's opinion will offend you, and later you're like, oh, thank you for that. When that happens, you know, come back and thank that person, whatever it may be, you know. And I think it's important to have people like that around you, that you can really just like trust their opinions and trust what they have to say of you and about you and to you and for you, you know. It's hard to find people who are like gonna always be supportive of what you're doing. It's very rare that people will believe in you so much or even more than you do, you know? And with that being said, actually, I want to give a shout out to one of the people who's like that for me in my life, and that is Sebastian Hernandez. I fucking love you, brother. You are one of the realest motherfuckers on this planet, and I got your book. You guys should go get his book. It is called It Takes a Leap by Sebastian Hernandez. And, you know, tell him Calvin sent you. Oh no, I broke my weed leaf in there. I had a dried out weed leaf as a bookmarker. One of the leaves just fell off. But this is his book. I just got it just recently. I'm about to start jumping into this pretty soon. I'm pretty excited. I just finished up some of my other audiobooks and stuff, so now I'm gonna be ready for this. And you know, I just want to say, let me see. I'm gonna just read the back of this real quick. I'm gonna read about the author. I actually haven't even read this yet, but I want to see what he says about himself, if he's the one who wrote that. I'm not sure how that works, but and then I'm gonna sum it up. So shout out Sebastian. The book is It Takes a Leap. Just came out just like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. About the author, Sebastian Hernandez, a U.S. Navy veteran, international self-mastery coach, and global entrepreneur, empowers individuals worldwide to recognize and step into their greatness and ignite a passionate life worth living. Sebastian mentors and supports clients from all walks of life to align to their best self and identify with clarity the areas that matter most to them. He promotes self-discovery that results in taking the required actions to break through their own limiting beliefs, giving them the freedom to design, create, and live a life fulfilled. Oh, no, sorry, I read that wrong. Let's go back. He promotes self-discovery that results in taking the required actions to break through their own limiting beliefs, giving them the freedom to design, create, and live a fulfilled lifestyle on their terms.
Damn, dude.
That's powerful, man. That's funny. That's just kind of what I happen to be talking about, and man, that was really well said, actually. Good job, bro. If you wrote that yourself. Damn, bro. Talk about like giving yourself the credit that you deserve without being like, oh, I'm the shit. Ugh. Like, my man, he's Sebastian, fucking love you, bro. Go get the book, you guys. That is It Takes a Leap. You can find it on Amazon, wherever. Just go on the fucking internet and type that. It Takes a Leap by Sebastian Hernandez. You can also see his website at ignitewithsebastian.com. He's actually going to be a guest on here later. But one thing why I mention him, why I took the time to do that, is because he's one of those people that believes in me oftentimes more than I believe in myself. And I know that I am that for him too. Like every time there's an event or something, like, fuck yeah, bro, I can't wait for the next one. And it's always like we're seeing this huge picture for each other. And I think it's important to find people who can do that for you. And I'm fortunate enough to have Sebastian as a brother. If he wasn't my brother, I would very much most likely be paying for his services. Tell him, go hit him up, dude. Like, I'm sure he'll talk to you. Just having one conversation with him just to consult or just to whatever, like, you can get a lot out of it. Sebastian is just one of those people. So, excuse me. So one thing though is like, he's like a prime example of like, fuck what other people think, man. Like, I'm gonna just go do this. I'm gonna do this. I can create the lifestyle that I want to live, and he helps other people do it. I'm a direct result and example of somebody who coaches with him. I've done his courses. I've done a whole bunch of different things with him, and they've all been really fucking powerful and especially in identifying and discovering like your highest self and who that person is, what they look like, what they think like, what they act like, what they smell like, what they drive, where they live. Like, he's just one of those people that can, I just don't understand how he does what he does, which I think is really cool. Cause that's like, I think that's the way you should do shit, you know? So, what was I saying? Yeah, it's important. So another thing, this is really trippy. So what ties into that too is like, well, how do you become one of these? How do you become so open, you know? And I think when it comes, this is another thing that bugs me. When I hear people use the term woke, in general, it's kind of an annoying word, but especially when people apply it to politics, I'm like, homie, if you're talking about woke and politics, you just explained that you are not woke. Like, come on, bro, you're just doing it wrong. No, woke does not apply to that. Woke applies to being self-aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, Buddha wasn't unaware, unawake. Like, any Buddha that's existed has not been privy to politics to be like and be like, oh, I understand politics, I'm woke. Like, nah, dude, like they were out like awakening themselves, you know, like awakening from the inside, and like being awake and aware, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like has nothing to do with outside sources. It completely has to do with going inside. And I think any person who's actually woke is like not gonna say that they are. Like, why would you? It's fucking weird, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's the same way like a black belt, a real like authentic black belt kung fu teacher is not gonna go around like, I'm a black belt, I'm a black belt. And they're gonna be like, oh, I do martial arts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you just don't have to say it. It's like when you ask somebody, hey, like, you any good at skateboarding? I'm all right. And you're just like, yo, this motherfucker's good. It's always the guy who's talking shit. I can do this, that. Like, no, always, that usually gets his ass whooped in competitions or whatever. So it's funny. But one thing, so that leads into the next thing, which is, let me see if I can get this to work because it was working for me.
Nobody's gonna know.
What is this crap?
Nobody's gonna know.
Oh no. There's some commercials going on in my thing, and I did not plan for that. So, leading into the next thing. Wow, 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 wow. Sha, 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 sha.
Damn, dude.
What are we talking about? We are talking about going on a spiritual journey. Yeah, no, that could be fucking weird. But what I'm talking about is doing a mushroom ceremony. And I know that sounds funny. People kind of giggle when I say that or look at me confused, like, what the fuck is a mushroom ceremony? Well, to me, I really believe in plant medicines. I believe that plant medicines are ancient technology. And I also believe that plant medicines are tools that are used to gain insight and depth into our deepest self, as well as different spiritual realms, as well as using those insights to be a good person in life. So, plant medicines to me are natural things that, you know, plants, things that are not man-made, things that are used to discover, you know. A lot of people will use like acid or you know, LSD, shit like that, and I'm not a fan, and they'll have some good realizations, but I can, for myself, I'm like, nah, it's not, for me, that's not it. It's like, that was synthesized, you know, it was man-made, and I would rather just go straight to the source. That's why things like ayahuasca, DMT, I'm like blanking, but you know, other shit, or other plants, I should say, you know, psilocybin, magic mushrooms, whatever you want to call it, that stuff, if you use it correctly, it's tools. It's absolutely tools to be able to give you insight and clarity and confirmation in life. So I went and I did that this past weekend, and it was pretty cool, man. Like, I just got a lot of confirmation that I'm doing the right thing. I'm making the right moves. You know, despite a lot of the shit, despite a lot of circumstances that are going on in my life, I'm doing the right thing. And having to take a step back and be like, fuck, man, like that feeling of, oh, I lost my family, this, that, nah, like this just is an opportunity for me to like grow my family stronger, just with a different dynamic than I had imagined in the first place. And you know, it's like context is everything, man. Like, we don't have to fucking stay thinking the same beliefs, the same context. Like, I think if we can bring constant awareness to the context that we come from, we no longer offend people, or we no longer come up short with our words, because when we think from context rather than just like automatic talking, there's a level of mindfulness to it. And it's like, if I can be clear on the context I'm coming from, then you don't have to be offended, because the context is clear if you understand that. That's why text messages or emails are kind of weird and can often be misinterpreted, is because you oftentimes can't get the context due to the tone of language or how somebody uses slang words, or, if somebody has like a draw when they speak, or like, something that's just kind of a little different if they speak ghetto or proper or whatever. It's like, there's going to just be misinterpretations, so, you know what I mean? It's like somebody could just like, it's something so simple. It's like someone could be like, hey, what up? What it do? And then, if somebody on the other end is like, what it do? Like, are you a fucking idiot? And it's just like, no, like, oh, what up? What it do? Like, no, I'm just from Texas. That's what I say. You're like, whatever it is, like, what's good? We say that and people will be like, what do you mean? What is good? Like, no, that means hi. Like, how are you? Like, what's good with you? How, you know what I'm saying? So it's funny. So context. And I think that's one thing that especially a lot of people in the States have access to is psilocybin mushrooms. And I think it's important. And why I call it a ceremony is because I'm not doing it to go trip, to go party, to do whatever. I'm doing it to gain insight and clarity. And what I'm doing is I'm sitting down, I'm singing Icaros to my medicine, to my tools. Icaros are Incan songs from the jungle that I learned from my shamans in Peru. And it's basically just like a blessing, like a prayer, kind of in one, and an intention setter. So I'm out there, I'm setting intention and I'm creating my journey that I want to have. I'm not just really at the will of like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Now, it's not like I can control or force anything, but I can set out to discover what I want to discover. And for me, it's like I came in with the intention of like, okay, I just want to gain clarity around my relationship status with everybody, not any particular person, but just like all the relationships that I have in my life and, in whatever form. And I think it's interesting, like, one thing I realized during my journey was how appreciative I am and of people around me and the relationships that we have, and how unique a lot of the relationships that I have with people are. It's like there's some people I'm cool with that, like, there's absolutely no way I could have even a remotely close conversation about these things as I could the next person. And vice versa, and so on, so on and so forth. I don't know why that phrase has always been funny to me. But you know what I'm saying? Oh, chair's all uncomfortable. There we go. Oh, that's way better. So what I learned is like, damn, like I need to be more open. I need to share more, and I need to show people the love that I really have for them. A lot of times I find myself just like being there, not saying anything or whatever. And I do my best to speak up, and it's hard, And that's kind of why this podcast is so cool, because it gives me an outlet to be able to speak, and just kind of diary and journal and document life, really, That's why if you've seen all before on my Instagram or whatever, all those practice things is called Because Documenting. People thought that was my official podcast. No, this is the Damn Dude podcast, is the official podcast.
Damn, dude.
And so what I think is that sharing is important. All of our journeys in life and everything, we can all relate. And that's why these are the conversations that need to be had, is because these are conversations where everybody can relate. So back to what I was saying. So about my journey, I took them, I blended them up, I put them in my green juice and I drank it, and I sat there and I sang and I meditated and prayed and just kind of kicked it by the fire out in the middle of the desert. Can't tell you exactly where I was, because secret spots. But what you can find is a few people try and find out where I am all the time, but I always tag Tijuana. So sorry if you really think I'm in TJ all the time. I mean, I do go to TJ, but not like that. Yeah, no, so yeah, I won't give it up. You got to come with me if you want to find the spot, and you're not allowed to blow it up. so, um, so yeah, I was out in the cuts, dude. I was out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I'm out there like I was literally like yelling as loud as I could in every direction, and there's just absolutely nobody around. And it was just so fucking amazing, man. Like, I got to just feel like a fucking, what a wild, like, human is supposed to feel like. And through that, I just kept having flashes and visions and voices and confirmations of, like, I don't know. I would, like, basically how my trip was going is, like, I would think of particular friends or family and just be like, oh, I love that person so much. And I would just think about all the things that I love about them and all the things I appreciate about them. I also kind of got a little more clarity. I still have a lot of resistance around like money for some reason. Like I know how to make a lot of money. There's something been stopping me. I kind of just been waiting for the right, I don't know. There's just this, for me, there's always something that like, I just know if my heart or my gut tells me something, I listen to that. And I completely just stop it there and I don't even let it go to my brain. My gut and my heart is 100% what thinks for me and acts for me and lives for me. I do not listen to my brain, dude. I don't. And I don't recommend you do either.
Damn, dude.
Man, fuck what your brain has to say. Like, when has that shit tried to steer you right? You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, occasionally, but think about it. Your gut tells you first. If you're gonna go ask a girl out, if you're gonna go ask a guy out, whatever, you're gonna go ask for an interview. What does your head start fluttering? It's like no, like your stomach starts fluttering. You get butterflies in your stomach. Your stomach's like oh shit, this is it. And then your heart's like, dum, 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 dum. And then your brain's like, no, don't do it. And then that's when it's like, oh man, like what the fuck, dude? I shouldn't have listened to your punk ass, dude. Like you sound like a fucking bitch, dude. But that's really like, I relate to my brain like, come on, bro, like you're being a bitch. Like that's what my heart and gut tell me first is like, yeah. And there's a lot of science that actually proves that your gut is your first brain. I know it sounds kind of trippy, but it's actually a fact. You can look it up. That's why probiotics and all that shit is important. I'm nowhere near an expert on that, and I'm still pretty chubby, but like, I understand it simply, but you could do the research if that's that intriguing to you. But yeah, man, I went out exploring in the desert, dude. I was out everywhere. I went to some places I'd never been before. I went out hiking. I went out fucking off-roading. I was going through the sand. I was going through oh man, I was going everywhere. It was cool. I was just taking it easy, just cruising. I was using my mom's Jeep, but like, it's just a stock 4-door Jeep, but like, it fucking goes, dude. Like, it's so funny. All these overland fools, and that word is hilarious too. Oh, I'm an overlander. Like, oh, okay, bro. Like, it's called camping in your car with stuff you spent too much money on. No hate, but that's just the reality of it. There's like, no, but it's so funny. These guys get mad, dude. They're sitting on like 35s and 6-inch lifts and coilovers and all this shit and triple bypass shock, all this crazy shit with the fucking the big like scat track, not scat track. Those are paddle tires. Like Maxxis fucking tire tread things, you know, those orange ones that you put to get out of getting stuck. Like they buy those. I've been off-roading for like 30 years and never needed that once. Like if you're too cool to carry a piece of wood and a shovel, like, I mean, props to you, man. If you can afford it, you know, it's cool, you know, or like you think it's worth it, cool. But like, that's just too much to carry and they just fade in the sun. Like a block of wood or a fucking mat and a shovel and some nearby rocks even, like you can get out of anything if you get stuck in the desert. And then, okay, I got a bone to pick with, again, some of you overlanding guys. For one, trail riding is not safer than desert riding, cruising. It's not. Secondly, if you are driving through the dirt or the trails that are dirt, you do not need to air down. You do not. You do not need to air your tires down. If you're going to Glamis, maybe Superstition, Gordon's Wells, Buttercup, air your fucking tires down. Get them down to what? 8, 12, maybe 6 if you're fucking G with it. Like, you know what I mean? But come on, you guys. You do not need to be airing down for, like, if you go to Ocotillo and you're airing down, like, why? What do you, no. Go ahead and air down and I will get through everything you get through in a stock 2-wheel drive vehicle. I promise you. It's a little crazy. You don't need to do all that. I had to go there, man. You guys, I've been cracking up on that. But, man, and those of you who know, there's no shower like an after desert shower, man. Like, you come home and, oh, you can literally see the dirt going down the drain. Like, fuck, dude, I didn't even know it was that dirty. But shit, that goes into fucking fuck what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Fuck other people's opinions. Do what you want to do. Go be dirty. Do whatever the fuck. And at the same time, if me thinking you're silly for airing down, fuck my opinion too. You know, that's just me. Like, you don't have to do that. But I do know the basics and a lot about off-roading, and that, yeah, it's a little silly to do all that. Not saying you can't, and you can also say fuck what I think about it, but also fuck what you think about it, because I will go where you can go. 2-wheel drive, not aired down. Oh, I'm just talking some shit. All right, we're gonna take a quick break real quick. We're gonna be right back.
Calvin, even though Calvin looked like he just ate a cat.
What up, everybody? We back. Appreciate you guys. Good looking out on kicking it, staying tough through that excruciating break. Nah, enjoy this shit, because I'm giving you guys this shit ad free. But sponsors are coming in, and I got some cool shit in the works. So but you already know my sponsor things are gonna be fun. They're gonna be tight. It's not gonna be like, oh man, I gotta hear this shit. Like, it's not gonna be like, oh, I gotta tune out. So one thing, oh, excuse me, I'm like burping and stuff. One thing is, man, where my weed smokers at? Where my weed smokers at? Where my weed smokers at? If you raised up your hand, go ahead and blaze a sack. So, my weed smokers. What about you, my weed smokers? Weed smokers. I'm being stupid. What I was gonna say is, if you smoke weed, appreciate the fact that you don't have to trim it.
Damn, dude.
Yo, I'm telling you, if you have to trim your own weed, it's a fucking pain in the ass. Like, if you got, like, I don't know if you can see this in the video. Well, you clearly can't see this in the audio. It's a jar of weed I'm shaking that you hear. It's trimmed up. But, dude, if you don't know what the process is to get just your buds, bro, you're just not appreciating it, because, man, being on the desert, I had some like homegrown weed, and I didn't trim it before going. And I'm out there having to I'm always like, man, rolling a blunt, it takes a lot of work. Like, just having to break the weed, I'm like, fuck, because I'm so particular about how I break the weed. It's got to be the exact right size, and it's got to be peeled off the nug and the bud the right way. It's got to be broken apart correctly. These motherfuckers that smash it and do that rolling finger thing to break it, fuck you, dude. Like, yo, don't do that to my weed, bro. Like, do not fucking roll my weed in your fingers like a fucking booger. Like, that is not cool, homie. You better break that shit up properly, tear it apart leaf by leaf, take any fucking water leaves out, take any little stems out, you know what I'm saying? But nah, really, if you get to just smoke weed or just buy oil or whatever, or wax or whatever, appreciate it. There's so much work that goes into it, dude. It really is a lot of work. I was out there fucking just picking, trimming. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then finally just rolling the blunt was kind of like, okay, cool. Granted, I did appreciate my blunt probably more than normal because I had to just like take the time to just keep, picking stems or not stems, but like, I guess stems, leaves, all the shit that, the bushy shit that comes on the outside. So I had to give that shit the veet. I don't know if anybody got that or not. I don't even know if that joke was correct, actually. Veet, if my memory serves me, it's a shaver to like a woman's razor to shave your legs. Yeah, trimming, get it? So yeah, man, appreciate fucking trimmed weed, bro. Like that is truly something that doesn't come easy or lightly. So I think that you guys really gotta appreciate the trimmed weed, dude, because bro, that shit takes so long and there's so much work to freaking trim the buds. Like it's a little bit insane. But yeah, man, it's crazy, dude. It's so crazy if you've actually like gone behind the scenes or like seen how weed is grown and the whole process of it and all of that, like it's pretty intense, man. But yeah, it's like you gotta smoke good weed and appreciate it. I think nowadays kids don't have to go on a journey. It's not like this fucking. There was times I remember in high school, it would take like fucking. There would be times it would take like 2 weeks just to get like a dub, or even just to fucking get some mech. If you don't know what mech is, that's what we used to call a Mexican weed, like way back in the day. It's basically like some super trash brick weed that's all stems and smells like earth. And it gives you a headache. It doesn't actually like do anything, But yeah, dude, like it used to take so long. And for those of you on some real OG shit, you're gonna feel what I'm gonna say. Just thinking back to weed, dude, thinking back into like late 90s, early thousands. I remember the only weed you could buy, like before, like this was like for you youngins back in the day, weed didn't have names. Yo.
Oh shit! I thought that was your real voice. I was like, fuck, I don't want to hear a rap.
Oh, it is my real voice.
Well, I mean, you're not
No, I am recording. What up? Come say hi real quick.
Yo, what it do?
This is my little brother, fucking Arg. It's his birthday today. Say fucking happy birthday to this man. Yay!
I was just coming to let you know we got this little birthday blunt ready to sprack NATO whenever you're ready.
Hell yeah. All right, yeah, no, I'm about to wrap this shit up. I got like 2 more fucking things. I was just talking about old school weed, how back in when it first fucking started, like weed had no name. It was just fucking called
Chronic.
weed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like yo.
Chronic?
Yeah, no, it's before chronic. So that you could buy weed, and like then there became the distinction of you could buy Mexi or you could buy Mech, and then there was chronic, and that was the shit. That was the first shit that had like crystals on it, and you could smell it, and you're like, yo, what is this? Like, what the fuck? It doesn't smell like earth and fucking twigs, And then came Trainwreck and Bull Rider, and once Trainwreck and Bull Rider came out, that's when fucking shit started getting names and all this,
Mr.
like
Nice
that it got
Guy.
popular, you know what I'm saying? Like the pre-Bubba and all that shit, like super old school. But like I was saying, appreciate your trimmed weed. That's what I was talking about. Like, yo, you gotta if you just fucking smoke and you don't have to trim your weed, like, come on, dude. Like, you gotta stop and fucking check yourself and appreciate your shit. But yeah, dude, like fucking I guess that's about it. Anything you want to say before we fucking wrap this shit up?
Shit, love life, love yourself, love all. It's all good, all gravy, all the time.
Hella. Hallelujah. So, all right. So just to wrap this up here, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Castro, Castbox, Podchaser, Pocket Casts, Deezer, D's Nuts. No, I'm just kidding. Listen Notes, Player FM, Podcast Index, Podfriend, or even the RSS feed, or find us on buzzsprout.com. That's the Damn Dude Podcast at buzzsprout.com. We're still waiting approval on three more companies. One's pending right now. But yeah, you can pretty much find us anywhere. If you got any questions or comments or any guests that you'd like to see featured on the show, go ahead and leave them on Apple Podcasts in the review section. I'll go through, I'll read them all. I'll read your comment on the show. Be sure to leave a 5-star review if you want your comment read. That's just how it is. So I know you'd want the same thing if this were reverse. But like I said, fucking go find it. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for listening. I'm gonna take us out with some fucking dope ass music by Rooster Tail. That's at Rooster Tale. 10 Minutes to Mexico.
90 miles push away, and I wanna be here for